Brooke, we're doing it again.
What are we doing, Nicole?
We're having another event. And I'm so
Another
excited. Yeah. We're having another event and I'm so excited. It is amazing. The experiences that we saw come out of the people that attended. It was so fun to meet them. And it was just so cool to see the transformation of the people that walked in day one and the empowerment that walked out day three, right?
Right. The thing that I thought was really cool was people that were there, like just helping with the event and stuff last time. They even saw like a change in people that they came to the event and they maybe like they didn't know what was going on in their business and they weren't really even involved that much in the workshop, but just seeing the little glimpses they did from day one to day three of how much these people changed. And that is the reason why we want to do another event, because we want to help even more people be able to have those kind of transformations in just 3 short days in not only their businesses, but in themselves too.
I would have loved to think that we were the best part of the event, but it turns out when we asked them, we were not the best part of the event. I think that we were able to help our clients more than we ever are able to through our podcast or through our TV show or even through our coaching calls. I feel like being with them in person, being able to literally like sit next to them and like feel their emotion and have them learn was so powerful. But when we asked them what the best part about it was the other people that were there, not us.
Yeah, for sure. So
it was bomb. Just wanted to say, food was amazing.
Food was good. So if you are interested in coming to our next event, it's going to be awesome and it's going to sell out quickly. So go to socialtenacity.com/workshop and it gives you all the details there so you can come to our next event.
Oh my gosh, please come. We want to meet you in person. There's nothing, I mean, we love talking to our audience. We love getting feedback, but there's nothing like meeting people in person. And it's so fun to just get knee to knee with the people that you want to serve, you know? So.
Yep, absolutely. So can't wait to see you there. TV. We are so excited to have our very first guest on our TV show. So I'd like to introduce to you Teandra. I don't even know how to say your last name. Teandra
Pfeil.
Oh, I got
her.
Pfeil. All right. So we have Teandra Pfeil with us, and we are so excited to hear a little bit about her story and about her becoming an authentic influencer and being on our TV show. So Teandra, do you want to just introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes. So I am an engineer by training. I spent a lot of time going to school and working in industry. And after I had kids, I wanted to be able to stay home and raise my kids and be able to work from home. And so I joined a network marketing company. And because I kind of have that personality where I knew that I needed a little something extra to focus on that was outside of my kids and that was not, related to raising them. So it was a really, really good thing for me to find a way to focus on something that I could grow and that I could have that was just my own and it could fulfill that part of me that kind of needed to keep developing and learning and having something that I could invest myself into that was just my own.
So have you been a lifelong learner?
Yes, for sure. I have been a lifelong learner, and that is what really pushes me forward, is trying to figure out better ways to do things. And I think I had a mentor actually when I worked at Pacific Northwest National Labs. He said that his favorite people that he liked to work with were people who worked hard but were just a little bit lazy. Because that means they were going to figure out a better way to do something. So they would put the work in to be able to save them time later on. And
love it.
That's always kind of stayed with me, because if you can learn how to do something better and more efficiently and something that just makes you happier, and you develop that time now, you put the the effort and the learning in now, you really can create something great that lasts for a very, very long time. And I found that to be true in all areas of my life.
Brooke, I didn't ever realize that you had a little bit of lazy in you, but that perfectly describes you.
That does.
I don't want to.
Well, when you first said a little bit of lazy, I was like, really? And then I'm like, okay, that totally makes sense. Yeah, that is me. I am totally that. I will work super hard so I don't have to do anything.
A little bit of lazy that really makes the big difference, because you can work yourself to the bone and not have anything left. But if you figure out a way to make it a lot easier for yourself in the end, it's that little bit of lazy that really makes a difference.
Yeah, I love it. I think I'm going to start using that.
You will. I know it.
Yeah. So you'll probably hear it in our podcast somewhere.
Yep. And it'll immediately be me saying, don't get any ideas, people. If you're lazy and you know it, don't own it. But, so I'm curious to know, like, your journey to entrepreneurship. It started with network marketing. Can you tell us a little bit about the success that you had in network marketing and what changed along the way?
So I had success with network marketing because, as with many companies, when you have a product or a system that you love, you want to share it. And it genuinely comes from a place of wanting to serve others and to help others with a problem that you've overcome yourself, and wanting to share that with others. And so I got to a point in my journey where I was very, very successful, but that desire to help others and to share, and my desire to spend time with my family, was competing with one another. And so I got to a point where I really felt stuck, because I had stayed home from working. My background's in nuclear engineering. As a nuclear engineer, you can make a lot of money working in a job. But so I was at a point where my income was rivaling my husband's, who's also a professional engineer, but it was taking a lot of time away from home. And so I had gotten to that point where the amount of time that I was having to invest in my business to share, and it was kind of taking away why I had decided to stay home. And that was to be able to be with my family and with my kids. And so I kind of was at a point where I needed to figure out another way to keep doing what I was doing, because I was seriously considering having to quit. And I didn't want to quit. I was very successful. I was going on trips, and, I was making a lot of headway in my company, and I felt really good about that. But at the same time, I always felt kind of bad, because I was making sacrifices that I did not want to make. And I felt like there had to be another way that I could be able to do both. And I was, kind of searching for how to do that. And I have 3 kids at home and 1 on the way. So I don't really have a lot of extra time to kind of reinvent the wheel. And that's really what brought me to Social Tenacity and the program that I've been so blessed to have found, because it has completely changed my business, and it's also blossomed into developing something that I wanted to do for a very long time, but I didn't even know that it was a possibility. It just felt like a pipe dream. And that's been incredibly rewarding, because not only do I have my life back, I have my time back, I'm still able to help people, and I'm still able to provide them with the, care that I want to. But I'm also able to pursue other interests and be here for my family, which is the most important thing.
So I hear that you have this big shift, and obviously your work-life balance has changed in a direction that is way more manageable, and something that really makes you feel good about having a business while you're home. But I want to know, like, at what point in the program was it where you figured out, like, I can do this in a different way? How soon after you started and with our coaching did you get that experience, and what was kind of the mindset shift that happened?
So it was definitely, I like that you said that, it was definitely a mindset shift, because all of the training that I had been getting, everything about marketing is new to me. Everything about sales is new to me. And I really have that desire to learn and implement. Yep. I know if you don't implement, you're not going to change anything.
Yes.
So when we got into the program, the approach that that the program offered was really kind of different because it really focused on strengths. And everybody else that I had ever gone and gotten training from, because I am a personal development junkie, I will admit, talks about you got to find out what your weaknesses are, and you got to work on developing them. You got to get better at what you're not good at. And when you're focusing on what you're not good at all the time, it's draining. Mm-hmm. It's very draining. And when you focus on something, you get more of what you focus on. And so in this training, where we talked about finding what your strengths are, finding what you're good at, finding what brings you joy, and how you're able to add value to other people's lives, and focusing on that and leaning into that, it transformed in me this feeling of not being good enough and having to get better, to realizing that I am good at things, and that those things that I am good at, I can share with other people. And that really shifted how I was able to serve people, and it shifted how fulfilling it was to go to work. It really brought the joy back into what I was doing instead of routine. Having things I do every day, and all these things that I had been doing in my business, it changed it into how am I going to help people today. And the coaches that I had the opportunity to work with helped me to uncover what those strengths are, because it's hard to recognize your own strengths. It's so easy to compare yourself to other people and to think about you're not good enough. And when you have somebody that can help pull that out of you, it makes you see yourself in a different way. And then it makes you believe that you can. And as you go forward with someone holding your hand and guiding the way, it's like having a GPS, it makes it much better. You get where you're going much better, and you get there without, the potholes and all those kind of distractions. And it's just been a really great experience.
Awesome. I love that. So you've talked about how you had this mindset shift, and that was where you really found like your purpose and your passion and what you really want to do that you thought was a pipe dream, but now you're actually doing it. So I want to hear about that. Like, what are you up to?
I'm so excited about this. What I have been working on is actually developing a course to help people change the way that they are eating to get digestive health back. A lot of people will ask me, when people find out that you have a chronic illness and you can't eat certain things, they're like, oh, tell me more, and you always get all these questions, right? And when
she knows, huh, Brooke?
Yes, I know. I'm right there with you.
Then you hear all the stories like, oh my gosh, my aunt, this, and my son and my cousin, and you hear all these stories. And I've had so many people ask me for help, and I would send them recipes, and I'd send them websites, and I'd send them a lot of information on how they can navigate digestive disorders. And this is just something that I've done because I really like helping people. And I found a new way to eat when I was in college. I was a grad student at Purdue. My husband and I were recently married. We were poor as all get out, right? And some people think that it's too hard, it's too time consuming, it's too expensive to be able to eat, to produce, health in your body. And this protocol that I was blessed to be directed to by my clinical doctor, it does more than just reduce symptoms. It actually heals the mucosal lining of your intestines. And that takes a long time. It is something that's not a quick fix, but most people believe that you can't ever heal it, that tissue once damaged is damaged. So this was an approach that I was able to heal myself. And I didn't even think that this was something that I could really share with other people. And so being able to develop the course that I wish I would have had when I was first diagnosed has been so exhilarating. And all the information that I have gathered, if I could go back and redo it, this is how I would do it, because I learned so much along the way. When I first was getting started, I would think, I don't even have time to eat fast food with my schedule. I don't even have time to eat it all at my desk. I'm just chained to my desk in a bunker, in an explosive lab, working all the time. How am I ever going to be able to manage this disease? And so the things that I learned, people sometimes think, well, once I have a family, or if I only didn't have a job, then I'd be able to cook. But now I'm a mom with 3 kids, and it's exactly the same thing. You don't have any time. Nobody has any time.
Right.
That's a given, right?
Those skills that I learned in grad school, I've been able to adjust them for a family, and it's impacted my husband's health. He doesn't have any inflammatory bowel issues at all, but he feels much, much better because it's a nutritionally dense diet that really helps you feel better overall because of the brain gut connection. So it's just been so great to be able to share something I'm so passionate about with people who are honestly looking for a way out, and it's been great.
So I'm wondering, Teandra, I'm sure people are wondering, like, what you're doing is really, really specific and it can help a lot of people, but it's like, how do you build a business like this? And I'm sure that's probably why you never did, because you always probably thought to yourself, how am I going to find these people, right? Is it possible to find the person that you need to help, even though it seems like they're 1 in a million? I mean, I know they're not. That's why you're doing this, but.
Yeah, that's been a huge thing. And it's also been one thing that has been scary, very, very scary for me, if I'm being honest, was how I do find the people to be able to help. And that's where social tenacity and the training from the courses that I've taken has really helped me see that there are a lot of people out there who are hungry for your message. And when you have your message right and you know where to go and look for them, and you know how to engage with people in an authentic way, they want to know what you have, and they want to be able to develop a relationship with you. And what I love most is that I can help people whether or not they decide to work with me. And when you have that attitude, I think you attract the right kind of people to you, and you're a winner either way. And that's been a good thing that I want everybody to at least know about this protocol. And for people who need additional help, I'm so excited to be able to help them. But I am excited to just help let other people know that this is an option through the way that you guys teach. Because a lot of people don't know where to find this information. So where you go to where they're at and you are able to show them it, then they come to you. And it's been, that switch has just been so gratifying.
So have you had to spend a ton of money on advertising?
So I haven't spent any money on advertising, actually.
Oh,
it's all
good.
been organic traffic.
Good.
And just talking to people online in Facebook.
Wow. It's really neat to hear her story, because like we've watched the development part, but hearing her share the results is exciting, isn't it, Brooke?
Yeah. Yeah. So if someone is interested in finding out more about your course or connecting with you, how is the best way that they can connect with you?
Well, the best way to connect with me and learn about that is actually we're doing a Facebook challenge workshop to let people know about this. So you can message me, or I can give you the link that you can post in the video to find out more information on a landing page. And the workshop is really my favorite way, because it's really packed with a lot of information that kind of gives people a taste of what this life change could be like, to see if it's a good fit. Because I like to work with people who want to work with me, and they know what to expect, so that I can help them get the best results.
Right. Well, and I think it's so valuable, because I've tried lots of different diets, and I'm sure even if it's not like people are going on diets or whatever to like lose weight or whatever, it's really hard to stay eating strict, you know? And whether it be low carb or like whatever it is, you know, so to have someone in your corner to be like, I really want to eat that cookie, but I know Teandra's not going to let me, like that helps you so much.
Yes.
You know, knowing like, even though they're not there, just having someone in your corner helps you to get over those things. Because once you do it enough, you say no to the cookie enough, like it gets really easy to say no to a cookie, you know. But
yeah, dieting is just as much as a mindset game as building a business, right, Teandra?
Absolutely.
And just like you need support to build your business, and you need accountability and mentorship, you need the same thing if you're going to make a major lifestyle change like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm so glad that you're getting out there and teaching people, like you're helping people, you're preventing them from going through the same pains as you went through before you found the diet, and then the same struggle of figuring out everything that worked, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on our show today. And for anyone that if you found this valuable, please share this with your teams, tag people in it, whatever, to get this message out there, because anyone that is struggling with gut health definitely needs Teandra in their life. So.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, it's such a privilege to have had you here. Thanks, Teandra, for sharing your time with us. And we are honored to be able to serve you as our client.
Thank you so much, you guys, for having me. You guys have changed my life, and I can't say thank you enough. So I appreciate you.
All right. Well, we'll see everyone later. Bye, guys.
Bye.